to another episode of Valet Service with your girl Fast Pitch. And let's see, if I would title tonight's show, what would I call it? Police Show Police, Sympathetic Negro Syndrome Part 2. I think both. Tonight we have a guest in studio. He is going to talk about why he currently has a suit against a Norwood police officer for excessive force. You might have seen this if you're in the Cincinnati area. And here locally or regionally, you may have seen the story in the news or read about it or seen him being interviewed. But he's here on Valet Service on TNHSRadio tonight to talk a little bit, you know what I'm saying, about what he went through, but to talk broadly about police brutality, excessive force, and you know the things that we're fighting against right now, currently. Also, I want to give an update. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I think I was in Baltimore when I was doing that sympathetic Negro syndrome. And we was talking about Bolton John's brother and how he was hugging that Amber Geiger chick after she had shot and killed his brother and all that. He told me he's so sorry she done went through, you know, all of that. We talked about the detriment that the sympathetic Negro can do. And lo and behold, Miss Amber trying to get out of jail. So we're going to talk about that too. But before we get into that, I want to kind of turn the platform over to Mr. Matthews, and he is going to just kind of give us a brief recount of what he went through and what brought him to file charges against a particular officer on the Norwood Police Force. How you doing, Mr. Matthews?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you joining us today and letting our audience know kind of what's been going on. So if you can briefly just kind of recount what you were doing on that particular day, that evening, what happened, and what led to you ended up bringing the suit.
Well, on the evening when I got jammed with the police officer, it was like a. Hear me now? Hear me now? Okay. It was like on a Friday, like 8:30 at nighttime on the weekend. Me and my little brother from Chicago, like we go up into Norwood KFC, Taco Bell, to get something to eat. And like before we got there was already incident going on. The police was already called for somebody else. Like the manager called the police for somebody else.
Okay.
So we walk up into it and like I ordered my food and the manager actually was going to come behind this counter and get into it with the
other
call
people.
The police on. He was like, if dude called me a bitch one more time, then I'm coming behind this counter, I'm gonna beat his ass. So I stopped.
So that's what the manager of the
yeah,
KFC
the manager, like
okay.
he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat. I said, dude, look, don't you lose your job.
Man. Right.
He black, so I'm like, man, look, don't even do it. So
Exactly.
I calmed him down and I turned to the dude who he called the police up on. I'm, hey, bro.
Another black dude?
Yeah, I said, what's the problem, man? I said, I could actually help you. Like, something wrong with your meal? I'll pay for your meal, man. I'll get it right for you, though. Like, he's back up. Like,
Dang.
hold on, man. I'm just trying to help you out. I ain't finna do nothing till you start moving chairs in front of it. So I just turned away from it. Like, so we at the counter talking, and the police came up in there talking to the people that he called the police up on. And you see in his body camera, like, he turned his camera on and just started saying something to us, like, you know.
Yeah, I watched the video.
Yes, he turned his body camera on and he actually started saying something to us. Like, we over there talking and he sees 4 black guys up over there and he was like, hey, guys, be quiet. I'm trying to conduct an investigation. Like, me, I'm just what you call this. Like, I'm a rebellious guy. Like, I got a lot of penitentiary time. I've been through the system a lot, so I know how these police do. And the main thing with these police is be like, they compliance. They want you to comply to it. The compliance is respect them. Fuck the compliance. It's respect. Respect me, and that's all that matter.
Right.
So that's their compliance.
Right.
So just because I ain't respect him like he want to respect him. You know, like I say, I get beat with a nightstick and I ain't had no weapon. I order my food, showing that man receipt and everything, telling me to get out. Like, it's just, and that's what the Norwood police basically saying though. Like, it's like they compliance though. Like, it's they compliance. It might not be a pretty thing. It might be ugly, but it's a line of respect. Like, if you respect me, then I'm gonna respect you though. Like, I have other incidents where I've been involved with other police officers and I honestly respected them. Like, if they doing their job.
But that's how they came at you. Respect is earned, not just giving out.
That's right. He wanted me to respect him. He ain't showing no respect. You telling me to be quiet because I order my food for you to do a investigation. Dude, like my lawyer said, take your investigation outside.
Right.
You
And
public
defuse the
restaurant.
situation.
Yes, you in a public restaurant at 8:30 at night on a Friday. It's a lot of patrons there, like,
Right.
you know. So he just sent these 4 black guys, and he just told them, like, hey, quiet down. And me, I told him, like, okay, dude, do your investigation. We ain't got nothing to do with that. He said, I know, but y'all interfering, escalate my situation. That's what he said.
Yeah. How?
And so the main thing that came on to it, he wouldn't have got mad if I wouldn't have told him, like, he really felt like he got disrespect when I told him to just shut the fuck up talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's when the day he told me to get out. I ain't going nowhere. I paid for my food, man. You just came up here after me. You telling me to get out, like, because I told you to shut the fuck up, like, no. But that's the thing with us blacks today, though. Like we be so afraid to not take the charge and pay the bond and pay the lawyers and get out of jail. But most of the times we have a case and we can beat. And we get paid for this case, and this is an incident right here.
Yep.
You know, you got to fight it. I mean, sometimes you might get hit upside the head a little bit, but you gonna come out on top, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And that's my white lawyer said, though, like, hey, a lot of African Americans, they just give up.
So you just suing that particular police officer, correct? Or are you suing the entire department?
Well, it's that police officer, but it's got to be the department that he worked for. It's got to be it got to be who he working for. So that's why they put Norwood Police Department up in it. Like, I just couldn't sue him personally.
Personally, right?
Norwood, so
because he was on the job. So
So it's gonna be up to them to do whatever they need to do with that police officer.
So he didn't even realize that you had been the first person to try to de-escalate the situation. He didn't even realize that, and I'm sure the manager probably could have told him that.
They actually told him. Afterwards, they was telling him, like, when they was filming, they said they ain't got nothing to do with it. They was helping out. Like, they really don't have nothing to do with it. All why he doing is he ain't trying to pay no attention. He was in the zone, like, so that's why I said, like, when he made his mark on a nigga that how he did it, and he just came as like I told him in an interview that I did for the news. I said, like, dude really a predator. Like, that's what the white people do to us. Like, they see us and they come out and they just prey upon us. You know, and that's it. They don't treat us like human beings, though. They just treat us less than anything else. Like, they said animals and everything. They just prey upon us. They bend the rules. They go outside what they supposed to be doing of the law, and they do what they supposed to do, whatever the fuck they want to do with us. Like, and it's.
We got people on here saying, what about suing the city of Norwood as well? The entire city of Norwood, since the police kind of come up under their umbrella. Not kind of, but they do.
Well, my lawyer, I could talk to my lawyer about all that, but my thing is, it's just a stand for myself. That's it. This is my first time ever suing the police. I won in the wrong. And like I told him, if I'd have put up my dukes at that police officer, he'd have put out a taser and his gun. You know what I'm saying? I already put my hands up and said I ain't got to do it. He put out a stick. I don't have no weapon. So if I'd have put up my dukes and tried to defend myself, he'd have put out the taser and his gun.
Yeah, he would have.
You know, so it's like this right here is it gave me like kind of like a lot of respect for the police, because I always been like a rebellious type guy with the police. So that's why I say I got mass numbers, and it's like I stand my ground and I fight for what I believe in, like my rights. Like, you're not just gonna give me out my car and search my car.
Right.
I stand up for that. So the police where I'm from, they know me for that, and they actually respect me. Like, when they see me though, like, I don't like my tinted windows. Though I got a lot of tinted windows, but now when they see me, like, they actually apologize. Sorry, Mr. Matthews, we ain't know that. Hey, you got to do that to give respect.
You had to.
And that's all it is.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have to go through what I got through. They see I'm a fight for what I believe in, and I'm stand up on my own, and that's what I want my black people to do. Like stand up for what you want to believe in.
And see, and you are being symbolic of that, and people need to learn and get out of that spirit of fear. Because we were just talking about a couple of weeks ago, and I was just making an announcement because we had Grandmaster Jay here last week, and I was telling him, I said, what strikes me is that, not that the police don't brutalize anybody and everybody, because they can get me, you, anybody in this room, it don't matter. But what I see is that the people that end up with the knee on the neck and all that choked out, those are not the people and I'm not, please don't act like I'm blaming the victim. I'm not blaming the victim. But the people who are the citizens and try to do everything, and they sense that spirit of fear. That's who they take up top. Now, the people that's coming, they look at you, they look at your record, they see you got a couple numbers, they're like, okay. Like you said, they come at you, and the approach is totally different. Not to say that they still won't do what they do, but it's going to be totally different. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think maybe, do you think it's the fact that maybe we have been beaten down so bad that people just scared to stand up?
That's it.
They scared, you know what, they scared of what you already done been through. Like somebody like me, I get taken up top by the police because I'm gonna be scared. They're gonna sense it. I'm gonna try to do everything they say. I'm gonna be like, oh, someone, yo, yes, sir. Yeah, here go my, all of that. and they gonna take me up top and give me everything. Versus, because I'm so scared of getting a record, going to prison, doing this, and they know that.
And they use that against you. You use your fear against you, and that's the thing. Like, and they already know. Like, okay, if we pull this black person over with, and then we give you the speeding ticket, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, I can't lose work. I got to pay the speeding ticket.
Yep.
Instead of me going to court and
fighting
I was
it.
pulled over. Yes. So they know that. They know you're not finna risk your job or nothing, and you gonna go ahead and pay the speeding ticket. But if you fight for what you believe in, though, like you,
at least fight for it. You may not win.
Stop, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? But at least you fought for it.
Don't lay down for them. And that's what we do. We lay down for them. Whenever they say, like, we just lay down and do whatever they say.
Without question.
Right. And we don't supposed to do that. Like, and they always ask me, though, like, Tez, like, why you just don't? Because I'm equal with them. Like, I got a saying that I heard from my dude, Tupac, man. If I don't have the same life that you got, I don't want it.
That's right. And
that's why I live by. And I'm going to fight for what I believe in, because I feel like I should have the same equal rights as you do. So I'm going to always, and not tell my kids, they scared, they say they know daddy with these police. Like I tell them,
right.
Hey, if daddy died before the police, daddy going to die because of his mouth. And my kid's going to get paid. And I'm cool, because I'm going to die for speaking up what I believe in.
Yeah, I hear that.
Just like I got beat up for speaking up for what I believe in. I didn't say nothing. I told dude to shut the fuck up. And my case got this.
That's not against the law.
You shouldn't even say nothing to him. Right. So if y'all got to kill me or shoot me because I'm running my mouth, go ahead. Pay my kids.
But that's how they have got us conditioned.
Yes.
Like when we see white people all the time cussing out the police, throwing stuff at the police, super resisting arrest. I'm talking about super resisting, swinging, all kind of stuff. Never a taser gun brought out ever. And we condition it. We can't even talk back. That's such a slave mentality. Like we live in such a spirit of fear. And the only way, see, this is the thing. People are scared. First of all, people scared to die. You just flat out said, like, if I got to die for this is what I'm going to die for, and it's going to be okay. We have not gotten to that. We're not at that place. And people expect revolution without bloodshed, and it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight the police. You're going to win some. You're going to lose most. Right. Let's just be 100. But you fought, though. You can't just lay down and be no coward and operate in the spirit of fear and teach your kids to operate in the spirit of fear to where fear becomes generational. Like, we second class ourselves a lot of times. We make ourselves second class citizens just because we won't stand up and walk in the way we supposed to walk. As black people, I ain't even trying to go with the kings and queens, because people throw that term around, kings and queens. And let's be honest, everybody wasn't no king and queen. Everybody didn't come from no king and queen lineage. You could have just been a strong-ass black person. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? But we second class ourselves because we don't even stand up for our own rights. We come with, well, that's how it is. That's how they do. Well, that's how they do until they do something different. Exactly. And that's how they do until we do something different.
Change it. They change the law according to them, though. Like, they make the laws according to us, but they change it according to them.
Y'all hear? Say it one more time for the people in the back.
They change the laws according to us. They change the laws according to them.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. It's a double-edged sword. That's it.
So, with this lawsuit, I know you said you're seeking personal retribution and justice for what happened to you. But just say one more time, what do you hope that other black people get from just the fact that you even bringing this lawsuit, to court, just even standing up to police with a record? This is what I want. Look, let me just flip this phone back around. For all y'all people who want to say that having a record is stopping you from getting a job, it's stopping you from doing this, it's not really. You stopping yourself.
Exactly.
You just got to find another way, right? You have to find another way to get things done. This man done said he got numbers. He done said he had run-ins with the police. It stopped him not from standing up for his rights and filing suit when he felt that he was being treated unjustly. So if he can do that, then why are we so quick to let things go and let things slide and don't want, like you say, don't want to miss work? Some more bullshit like that. Sometimes you got to look for the greater good. And I'm not trying to say nobody have to be a role model for nobody else. You got to live your own life and do your own thing. But sometimes you got to look at things and say, like, this has got to benefit more than me. Or what the hell did you live for? What are you really living for if you only just doing things that's only benefiting you? That's your legacy? Oh, that nigga was sharp. You know what I'm saying? He had hoes. I mean, what? That's all somebody want to know. She stayed shy. She kept her hair done. She kept her nails done. You know, he had out on property. I mean, what did you do though? What did you really do? And here's somebody that's doing something. And if you don't realize what he's doing for all of us, please don't call yourself woke, because you super sleep. Because it don't take like the Al Sharptons to hold a million. I ain't gonna say a million flunky march, because there's a lot of people that I know that's going to that. but I don't know what that's gonna do. But okay. It don't take those kind of people. It don't take people that got 1 million followers on IG and all of this type of stuff. It don't take all of that. It take for one person to not walk in the spirit of fear, to stand up for themselves, and in doing that, because we know this about black people. When it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. And if one of us does something wrong, all of us does something wrong. But guess what? When one of us does something right, we all need to get behind that. Okay? That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So get up out the scared, turn the other cheek mindset or whatever. You only got 2 cheeks. How many you gonna turn? I guess you got the face cheeks and the ass cheeks. I guess that's 4. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to look at it like that, that may be 4. But other than that, you don't need to be turning much more. And certainly you need to understand when it's time to fight. Some things ain't worth the fight. You got to pick your battles. But this is worth the fight. Okay, says CM says that comes with changing the people who make and amend the laws. When blacks make up the majority of the House and Senate, the laws will change. We got to get there. We got to just get people to vote for it. I mean, come on. People only get voted into those things. We don't vote in those off-term elections. That's a whole nother show.
I mean,
if you even believe in that.
It's with all the votings, with all the politics. I can't tell you nothing about no politics or nothing. I just tell you about just growing up and living a simple life.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't changed. It ain't changed with Martin Luther King. It ain't changed with Malcolm X. It ain't changed with none of them guys.
And people been voting like that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that going to change? My thing to black people today, right now, is unity.
See? That's the only thing.
That's it. If we don't unitize with each other, we ain't going to accomplish anything in America.
They don't get
Every
it.
race they unitize with each other.
Yeah.
We don't do this,
everybody do.
We always complain about, like Cincinnati. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. So Cincinnati is like, I'm trying to start something here and everything. So it's like, if I don't really have the weed, if I don't have the females, I don't have the food, the cookouts, I don't have the liquor and stuff for these guys, I can't get these guys to come to.
Yeah.
But I'm got these guys to come for a cause. So like, these guys is tired. They tired of getting treated. I had a system in playing them. They tired of this. Okay, well, come for the cause though. Like, I'm gonna stand there every day. I'll be on the front line though. Like, that's why I say I'm gonna stand up and believe in it until the day I'm gone though. Like, most guys don't feel like that.
No, they don't.
They feel like they got to get something up out of it though. Like, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you know what? Black men, they can't follow nobody. Nah. They don't even like the term of being a follower. You know what I'm saying? They don't even like, they make them feel like they're less of a man, or you done gave up your manhood, or you some type of hoe ass nigga or something like. It's nothing to do with that.
Nah,
it really just ain't. You have to recognize when people is walking in their purpose though. Like, for real. You have to recognize when people are walking in their purpose. It has nothing to do with you, sir. I'm talking to black men right now. I got 3 sons. I'm talking to y'all. It has nothing to do with your manhood, your ego, your wherewithal, your intellect. It has nothing to do with that. You following somebody or taking a lead from somebody shows that, first of all, you're a thinker, because you done looked at this person and figured out, okay, what he's saying is maybe what I've been saying, I just didn't know how to say it. Or I've been wanting to do this, I just didn't know how to do it. Well, now here's somebody who's showing you the blueprint on how to say it, how to do it.
Plan, organize, and strategize.
Man, what's wrong with that?
If you don't know, you got somebody to teach you. You got to follow somebody. I'm willing to follow anybody to lead me in the right direction. I'm not going to follow nobody to lead me somewhere wrong.
Thank you.
So if you're going in the right direction, I'm going to follow you. And I feel like I've been a leader
right
all my life. I led. I have guys up and I led. So if somebody come to me, I will follow them.
Because you can't be a leader without following somebody. Exactly. You had to follow somebody. Exactly. They had to teach you and groom you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And usually what happens is the person that you follow, you'll surpass them in a certain area, right? And then the people that follow you, somebody will surpass. If you a good leader, that's the mark of a good leader, a good manager, a good boss, whatever you want to call it. They see talent and they groom it so it can be better. That's the point. I want you to surpass me.
Right.
I'm not gonna try to hold you down because I want you to be greater. I want you to take what I done learned and what I done learned from somebody else because I surpassed who taught me. Now I'm paying it forward. That's all it is. People need to get a different mindset. So we can't get further. Do you think all Asian people love each other? No, they don't. Do you think all Latino people love each other? No, they don't. There's some people don't like Julio. Julio don't like whatever. The Guatemalans don't like the Mexicans, and Mexicans don't like the people from Spain, and it's all of that. But when it comes to unity, they get together and figure it out, and they can hate each other later on in private. Not in public, in private. Right. You don't never see no Asian. Where the Asian fight videos at?
Right.
Where the Asian fight videos? Where the Indian fight videos at?
Exactly.
Where is all the people that's don't care and they want to just film their people hurting each other? Where is that except for us? Mm-hmm. Show me if you done seen it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Brother Tez, what's good? This Frank Nitty.
I told you.
Right, that's what you said.
I said something.
It is what it is. He sure love. He said, "What's up?" He said, "What's up, Frank?" So yeah, I mean that's just the whole thing, and we so quick to down our own, not follow our own, not support our own, to where when it comes to big things like this would be a huge thing right here. Everybody in this city should be supporting you in this effort right here, well, in any way that they can, and whatever it is that you're doing. But people, stop. That's him. I ain't about to pay that nigga rent. I ain't about to. How many times you done heard that?
I mean, I don't want nothing from him.
Somebody just opened up a business, right? Here's my business. Here's somebody else's business from another, nationality. We'll say that. Now, I'm offering the same thing, probably with a better attitude than what you gonna get. But what I hear, I ain't about to be paying his bills. I ain't about to be paying her. I ain't about to be getting her. But you doing it for him and them. You done did this for them for generations and put all their kids through college and everything. Their mother in a nice retirement home thanks to you and all your friends. But you don't want to do that for the...
That's the thing with the unity. If you was unified with your peoples, then you would support your peoples. But that's all about unity. That's how we'll build everything that we get. Help out the small business. The black people to open up, help them out, buy them. You ain't got to like them. Spend the money with them. Help them turn it to a franchise.
Exactly.
They're going to be able to pay off. They're going to be able to get more jobs for the black community. Get some of these kids up off the streets. But look, what you doing? You see what we run into? We run into the other races and everything. Though. Like, I'm not mad at no other races. I'm not a racist at all. Like I just don't. It's not equality in black folks with other races though. Like, and that's what I see. I see the bigger picture though. Like I don't look straight down a tunnel. I see. I will check on the side of the tunnel for a door, for an outway. I don't just go straight. So people not looking that way, like, and it's like we don't support each other, then we just come against each other for nothing, like, I mean, you could have best friends, like females, guys, they can have best friends for years, and they just come together for what? For material things, for money, like it's just sad though, like we just become not friends, lovers, whatever, just for some simple stuff though, like. And at the end of the day, though, like, they just get the bigger picture, though. Like, it's just like a love thing. Love is one of the most powerful feelings in the world. Like, if you love somebody, how could you not love somebody just because of somebody else? Yeah. If I love you, I love you. Right. Anything or anybody else, I love you. But, relationships.
We need to have love for our people first and foremost. A love for our people. To even say when something happens, if that's me and that's mine, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt regardless. I don't care what the news say. I don't care what nobody else say. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you my people. That's love.
But what they do, he this, he that, and he
be the first person to crucify you. See? Yeah, we got to get it together. We got to get it together. Because this is what I'm saying. This is the sad part. Now, the same people that won't support you in your efforts will be the same sympathetic Negroes that be doing what was that dude's name? We had talked about him a few weeks ago. You weren't here, but a few weeks ago we talked about, remember both in John and Dallas, remember he was sitting there eating ice cream in his house and a white lady came home and she was on the phone with her dude and he probably told her they couldn't link up or whatever and she was mad and so she went to a whole nother apartment, a whole nother unit, a whole nother building, went in, talking about she thought it was her house. I guess the mat would look like hers. I guess when she came in, it smelled like her house. Because, every house got a smell. Everybody's house, not an odor. But you know how your house smell? I guess that smelled like her house. That looked like her house. The decorations, everything looked like she shot and killed that black man, Amber Geiger, Miss Amber. What they give her, 10 years? I think she got 10 for that. Did she get 10 for that, y'all? She got 10. 10 or less. 10 years, right? And then the brother, remember the brother? We talking about the brother, sympathetic Negro. He go up there and hug her, man. Oh, I forgive her. Yeah, all that old goofy ass shit. And lo and behold, how many years Amber done did? 2? What Miss Amber do? 2 years? Y'all know she trying to get out early, trying to get stuff reduced and all of this and that and self-defense. See what that sympathetic Negro stuff gets you? Sympathetic Negroes mess it up for everybody. I'm going to tell you why. Your sympathy is misguided. Y'all sympathetic Negroes need to be having sympathy for Mr. Matthews over here and what he went through and what he trying to do to fight the system. Instead, some of y'all sympathetic Negroes have sympathy for the white people who have done wrong. You see them shed a tear, and all of a sudden life is over. You can't imagine them suffering like they suffered. You ain't thought about none of us suffering like we've been suffering. But so yeah, after all his hugging and all of his we don't want her, I forgive her, and all of that, now she trying to get out early. So me myself personally, I've been trying to figure out a way to contact him because I want to talk to him now. How you feel, bro? How do you feel now? She was trying to sow fake remorse. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fake tears. She was crying because she didn't think her ass was going to get convicted. That's why she was crying out of shock. Them shock tears. Them wasn't remorseful tears. Them like, oh, my God. That was one of them. You know how you be like, oh, my God. When your family rain on you and dying on you, what's really going on? That was them tears right there. When you done wrecked your car, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? You done overdrafted your account. Oh, my God. Whatever it is. Oh, my. That was them tears. Them wasn't no remorseful tears. Because you was remorseful, bitch, you'd be sitting down during your time. That's what you would be doing. Praying for forgiveness. That's what you would be doing. Instead of trying to get out early, trying to holler self-defense. How you on self-defense? And this man eating ice cream, all he had was a spoon. He don't get no self-defense. But how do his brother help when he hugged her? Hugged all up on her. She mean too. She's sorry. Look at what she's going through. My brother would have forgave her. You think your brother would have forgave her? He ain't been dead, a couple years? She trying to get out. Sympathetic Negro syndrome. Stop doing that. Have sympathy for Negroes. That's what you need to have sympathy for, us who going through. Don't have sympathy for the oppressors who doing every damn thing. And then when they get caught up and they actually have to pay a consequence, a small, minute consequence for the horrendous thing that they've done. Your slave mentality ass gonna feel sorry for them. They ain't got nothing to do with being no Christian. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's slave mentality, sympathetic, moist Negro syndrome. That's what it is. Get out of it.
Hey, prime example. Police, my defense team asked me like, would you accept an apology if the police come and apologize to you?
Apology?
Yes, and it's like, no. He's not being sympathetic right now. He's only going to be sympathetic if he's getting up there, he losing his job. Then he going to try to come at it. I'm not accepting that. Like,
they wanted to give you a private apology.
Yes, see, no.
In secret.
I'm not going in for it. Like,
my bad, man.
Yes, it's like, like I said, you bring a stick and I don't have no weapon and you beat me. If it was me, I'd have been locked up.
What?
This police is not locked up. This police is out. This police is right now probably off duty. Where he is currently off duty because he broke his foot chasing another nigga. Mm-hmm. You know? But he is not locked up. You know?
They try to come at you with the apology, though?
Yes. When he said, police give you apology, no, I can't accept it. That man ain't apologized to me after he beat me.
That right there is just an example of white privilege.
Yes.
Because how do you feel like you can do everything you did to me, and only thing you got to do is say, I'm sorry, when knowing if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm sorry, but not, it wouldn't get it at all. So, Yeah, don't tell me that they ain't send no black. They ain't got no black police, do they?
No.
But say they ain't send no black police to ask for the fight. So Norwood has no black police officers. I know Norwood got some black folks that live there. So only thing they've offered from that officer is a sorry. So okay, so the sorry he sorry for something, so he's admitting something.
No, he's not admitting.
So what's he sorry for then?
They asked me if he give me an apology, would I accept his apology?
But what would he have been apologizing for?
Right.
Is my question. If you ain't did shit,
so what I'm
you sorry
accept
for?
any apology for? If it's like, why am I accept any apology from you beat me and you charge me with assaulting you? Why am I apologize to somebody for that? I mean, why would you want to apologize to me for that? You done sit up there and wrote it up and beat me, and then you say I assaulted you, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct. And
they weren't trying to drop no charges, give you no money, do nothing.
Oh, they had to drop
just
it all.
Just saying my bad so you can drop yours.
Yes, they had to drop it all because he was fighting against the tape, not me. You know, he had to explain every encounter that he lied and said that I assaulted him, and it's right there on the tape. So that's why he lost his own case. And then you see in some of my interviews that the manager came out like, hey, this officer escalated everything. This guy was actually trying to help us. This police came in here and escalated. And that's the problem today, though. Like, these police escalate everything. You know? It could be like, okay, if some guy's up out there and guy jaywalking, female officer come want to get this guy a ticket for jaywalking. Dude don't want to give up his ID for the jaywalking. The police like, okay, I'm calling backup. Soon as she called backup, when the backup come, if the officer is arguing or sent up there being aggressive towards this guy, the other officers back up, they don't come for none of that. If she facing him, talking to him in the derogative way, they tackling him. You know? Ain't no coming up to the officer, what's going on? It's none of that. You know, that's the whole thing with they backup. Like, you see as they did with me and my little brother. When soon they called backup, the police came up in there. Why? Because the officer was facing us with his baton behind his head, like he was swatting. So they just came and tackled us. Don't know what's going on. We ain't in the wrong. And that's another thing. That's what I say, police need to police their own police. Because that's how if it's the police, you got good cops. Don't get me wrong, you have some good cops. And you have some ignorant cops. If the good cops go ahead and stand up and stop trying to protect y'all badge and trying to be an Uncle Tom to y'all department or whatever y'all want to may be, and just go ahead and defend this innocent person that this cop is doing bullshit to. But they don't do that because they got to go to work with them. And they want to be like, oh, you doing this and this and that. You know, it's like my dude in Los Angeles, California, Christopher Doran.
Yeah, Chris Doran, yeah.
Yes, you see how he got in a case. He actually went and told on an officer for, what he do, police brutality of another disabled guy she was arresting. He told up on him. He lose his job. Right. He can't get a police job nowhere else. They banned him. Okay, he fighting for the right thing. He's a good cop telling on a bad cop. So when he went on his spree, now he's the bad cop. And he was just trying to fight for what he believed in was right. You know?
So with that being said, what about community policing? Stop calling them.
That's it.
That's what we was talking about last week with the NFAC. But he was like, police your own community. Get your own militia together, because everybody ain't gonna be calmed down with some civil talk and some, whatever. You're gonna have to take, some force to some people. Yes. Hopefully not deadly force. But I feel like this is ludicrous for us to keep complaining about what the police are doing, because they're not going to change. And a few little sprinkled black police in there that may say something here and there. I mean, he might have said something about that one case, but how many cases did he not say something about? That was the one you got fed up with. Oh, now this is just too damn much. This person is crippled. But you done seen it done so many times before. So what I'm saying is quit calling them. We got to figure out how to police ourselves. That's a whole nother way of defunding the damn police. Y'all don't realize that. Quit calling them. Cut down on that overtime. Cut down on all of them, what they call them things that they do when they come in, policing the club and they doing them details. Cut down. Get your own folks to do it. It's black people that are legally allowed to carry a firearm. They got all kind of certifications and everything else that can police your establishment. Stop paying them to brutalize you and then complain about it.
But you know why some
don't make sense.
Bars and stores and clubs had them police up out
Oh
there.
yeah, I know.
It's not with them. Like, it's a city.
It's a quid pro quo.
It's a city.
I'm paying you to stay in business. We know this.
Exactly.
I'm paying you to stay in business. But also, those businesses pay payroll taxes. They pay city taxes. So you shut me down, you shutting down the money. So shut us all down. Shut us all down. And guess what? We know how to do things. We know how to still serve liquor and get paid. Hello. We've been doing that since when y'all didn't have liquor legalized. Remember Prohibition? We've been doing this. So we can do it y'all way. We can do it a whole nother way. So, I mean, I suggest people get with the program like black people. What your shirt say? Black strong. Get black strong. It's time out for Black Week. We've been black. We've been gray for a long time. That black mixed with the white come out with gray. You be a little ashy. You know, you can be strong if you paired with another color, but you just mute. You just mute into the background, and that's where we are right now. We muting into the background. But what I'm encouraged by, brothers like you, brothers like the brother we had on last week, brothers like people that don't nobody know their name, people like me who very few people know our name. But we making a difference, and at least we out here trying. And I'm not gonna criticize nobody when they out here doing something. At least they doing something, trying. Right. We got a lot of people sitting on the seat of criticism, ain't did shit.
Right.
Ain't thought about doing shit, but they can tell you all about how you need to do your shit. See, if it was me, I would have did a whole class action but you didn't know. Because remember when they did that to your ass, you didn't do shit. You didn't go to court. You paid your ticket and you went about your business.
You just have an open flash.
Right.
And they slammed you up.
They slammed you up. You had no record. You had nothing to lose, nothing to fear, but you were scared and you didn't do anything, but you're going to sit in the seat of criticism for somebody else who's doing something. At least they're in motion. It's kinetic energy or potential energy. Potential energy ain't shit. You learned that in science. Potential energy is something that could happen, but it needs something in order for it to happen. Kinetic energy is energy in motion. As long as you're in motion, you winning. If you standing still, you can get hit by whatever. And then then you're gonna be forced to move. Don't be forced into action. Be already about that life.
Be ready for it. That's supposed to do it. Like we just got to stop sitting around for them and just letting them do anything to us. And we being scared about it. We talk a big talk. You need to walk that walk. Like, I mean, when they come, I mean, people don't know until it really happened to them. You know, They be like, I'd have did this and everything. But when it happened to you and it's spare the moment and then you have something going on and you know your rights and everything, and you know you ain't did nothing, then you're going to defend yourself. You know, like I say, people don't know until it actually happens to them. Like, anybody could be in my situation and be like, well, I'd have just did what the police say. Then you going about your rights. You don't have no freedom. If you just shut the fuck up like the police say, what is your freedom? I done order my food, wait for my food. This police coming in here and doing the interview. Investigation telling me to shut the fuck up. No.
For what?
Right. No, dude.
Because people comfortable in their captivity. They cool with it. Yeah, as long as it's not, I mean, they'll take a little bit. You know, I take that. I still got my house. I still got this. I still got pay. I don't care about that.
They thinking like the same thing the police say. As long as I get to go home every night, that's how they feel. As long as I get to go home every night, I'll be quiet.
But you going home looking over your shoulder, praying you don't get pulled over, praying this. You can't be driving at a certain time. Exactly. You don't want to drive a certain car. My rim's too big. My tent too dark. Let me turn this music down. Nigga, I can't let you ride with me because I already got somebody. There's too many of us in the car. But that's what you going home too. That's how you going. Okay. Go ahead with that.
Watch your ass. Just living a free life. Watch your ass.
Look how many constraints. Look how many constraints the average black person could be under just driving home.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go this way because, you know, the boys be right there. Let me hit the expressway. Then I'm going to get off on such and such. Then I'm going to go the street way. Then I'm going to go the back way. All because, you know, racial profiling is real. And you know, 9 times out of 10, if you're the victim of it, you're just going to be the victim of it. You know what I mean? You're going to have to spend money and time and everything that some people, even if they want, they just don't have it. They just can't. They just can't. Let's just be honest. Like, I just can't. I'm barely making it. I don't have no time to take off work. I don't have one day that I can miss 1 hour that I can go without that pay, even though I feel strongly. That's why people need to support people like you who are doing it, because you're doing it for all of us. You see what I'm saying? You somebody got to take a stand. Somebody have to.
They could just support me by unity. Like, that's it.
Just
keep
unify.
on doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Regardless, and like I say, it been many powerful dudes before me, and I'm gonna keep standing up for what I believe in. But they got to do the same thing that I'm doing. So as long as they standing up and they getting everybody around them standing up, we be so powerful. They don't understand this. Like
that's what people need to
country.
understand.
Like,
that's what all of the efforts. Well, I'm not gonna say all, but the majority of the efforts towards the black community globally, not even nationally, but globally, is all about separation. You know what I'm saying? It's all about separation, whether it's separation based on religion, whether it's separation based on politics, whether it's separation based on socioeconomic status. I'm doing better than you, you ain't shit, or whatever. Whether it's socioeconomic or educational. You know, I done been to college, I got my degree, you ain't graduated from high school, fuck you, whatever it is. It's all about separation. So if you see some people or such a great effort going toward separating us, then you have to know that the unification got to be a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? That's what the whole thing is about. So if it takes 600 years, I mean, it ain't took, people always say we got to unify. But I think they were thinking too big. They was thinking like, all black people, listen, today is the day we gonna unify. Fuck all what y'all was talking about. We getting together right today. No, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us in here that feel the same way. I know 3 people that feel like me. You know 3 people that feel like you. You know 3 people, and before that, we got 36 people that feel just like we do. And that's how we unify. That's it.
Somewhere, but we don't start from nowhere. We ain't gonna get nowhere. That's why I'm
right. We gotta start somewhere.
Somewhere. Like I say, the meetings that I hold meetings Sundays. Like, you know, it started out 10 people. Next week, 12.
Where you hold the meetings at? Let us know.
Well, I'm actually getting a current location before I can get a permanent spot. But I was holding meetings like at my dude's shop.
Okay, like barbershop.
Nah, it's like a beauty salon.
Beauty salon. Yeah, same thing. Whatever.
But it was just the basis of like people coming around, seeing people, just for people to just feel though like, okay, people actually being here. So I'm just not saying though like, okay, come to this meeting and everything. Like, and the meeting is not really just, it's basically for and it was basically for people to come for you could just see other guys here. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm not promising no liquor, weed, money, females, none, food, none of that. I'm just, we here for the call. So if you show up and you see 10 guys there for the calls. Okay, next week, okay, he did, okay. And our numbers get bigger every week. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like us black guys, like I know the females, it's easy to start it doing the guys. So like females got more loyalty than guys.
They do. We do.
Yes, y'all do. Like I give y'all that. So I didn't even invite none of the females yet. Because I know if I start inviting females gonna come. And then it's like me with a bunch of women. If it got to be that, because the females, they're going to fight for the cause more than these guys. Like,
that's true.
And it's sad to say that.
That's true.
Because I have to offer some of these guys something for these guys to come fight for what the fuck.
You doing the right thing though, because you don't want to have to offer nothing. Because if you got to offer something, I mean, that ain't the real soldiers. No way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They not the real. You got to have a plate and something to drink and something to watch and some entertainment and everything. And how long we gonna be here and all this whole stuff. That ain't, I mean, and there's some other guys here that I might can link you up with later on that's about that same thing. They trying to get organized and do some stuff with black militia and, you know, tactical training, self-policing, community policing, and that's what we need. And that's what we need to do. And so people need to support. When you get your meetings going back, let me know. I'll put it out there, let people know. Because only the real people going to show up anyway. It's going to be a couple of the haters that just try to come and signify. Like, let me see what they doing.
Looking to see what they already had that people
only say, like, oh, them niggas ain't doing
that. Hustle, I hustle, see what you got going on. They go back and say this and that. But, you know,
real people is going to come out.
It'll work out for the best. Like I say, me doing this, I say about 7 to 10 years. It'll fully be established because it'll take time.
Yeah,
then I'm in the city, though. Like, this is a conservative city. Cincinnati's just like.
Very.
Like Cincinnati people, they'll walk up over you, man, and won't even help you out. It's sad, but like me from Chicago, though, like we stick together though, like no matter what. No, but people they just, it's sad, and they just need to get up out of that. It's not no compete and compare thing here, and that's what they do. They compete and compare. I got to be better than you.
Yeah, this is a I call this city a either or. It's not an and to city. So it's like, okay, you doing your thing, right? And my people over here doing his thing. Either I'm messing with you. Or I'm messing with him. Why can't it be I'm supporting both of y'all? Like, y'all mess with dude and I mess with him. We don't have that mentality here collectively. We don't. It's a either or. It's not an and too. And that's the reason why there's not more black wealth here in a city that has so many Fortune 500 headquartered here.
They put money in the wrong thing.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but then the thing that we have a voice. We certainly, even if people don't, I ain't even talking about no political voice, because what runs politics? Money. We have money, but we don't put our money into the right things.
Exactly.
Things could be a lot different here if we put our money. It's not about, I ain't gonna say it's not about voting, because I don't want people to say, oh, whatever. Vote, but do something else. You can't just vote. Voting, money controls votes. Money controls politicians. Money controls laws and how laws and things get changed. Money. Now, if we the biggest spenders
Right.
in this country, there ain't no reason why we ought to be having nobody damn knee or foot or whatever on nobody's fucking neck. Ever. Period. Ever. But because we're not unified, because they know that dollar is not unified, because they know all black people not going to stop spending if something happens to one black person, that's why we get done the way we get done. But if they know a few thousand of us will, if they know a few 100,000 of us will, that's going to make a difference. So we can't wait for the whole millions or however many 50 million people, black people it is in this country, to get on board. But if we can get 0.6 million, we get 600,000 people to say, we ain't messing with such and such no more because of how they did so-and-so, that's going to make a difference. Not 6 of us, you know what I'm saying?
You got to be dedicated to it.
Right.
Most people just say it and just, they'll do it for a week and then they go back to what they used to. Like, people just got to be really dedicated to it. Like, you got to be dedicated to yourself. Like I tell everybody I talk to them, they're like, man, you your own worst enemy. Like, things that you do reflect upon you, nobody else. So, if you think positive, you'll get a positive outcome. You think negative, doing bullshit, you're going to get that negative outcome, though. Like, you hurting yourself. Nobody else. Can't nobody hurt you but you. Anybody could say anything, but you going and making those choices, those judgments for yourself, you're going to hurt yourself.
Your own worst enemy.
Yes.
That's,
So
I mean,
it's on us. If we do the right
right.
things, that we can make it, though. Like, it's just like these folks up out here, they bought all this. If we had got 10 guys with just $100,000, $25,000 a piece, come on, chip in. It's just Batman slaying, and we bid in these businesses, and then we bars and clubs. Okay, we don't have not one black bar down here on Vine Street. If it was one right here, what could they do to shut us down? Because if we doing the same thing, these white folks, why is y'all doing this to us? So now we don't need no police outside our club because ain't no police outside these white people clubs.
Right.
But they will do that. And that's when we sit up there and we stick together. Okay, so what is they doing wrong?
Right.
But they will come in and do that. They will infiltrate and do that to us, though. Like, and we don't see that.
because people lay down and they don't question,
we
they
lay
don't
down
challenge
real
it.
quick. We don't want to stand up, and it's like, I don't want to lose this. I got this going on.
You know how these white folks is.
If you don't want to lose that, they'll take everything away from you. Like, period. You don't want to lose that little something.
Yeah.
And you know.
And you let them know
Yes,
that?
they will take everything from you.
Yeah. That
So,
feeling of desperation.
I'm
You
going
can
to fight
smell
for
that
mine.
a mile
That's it.
away.
That's how I just feel in life, though. Like, I was put up on here for a purpose, and I'm going to live my life the way I choose. So I'm going to be happy with my life as long as I'm taking care of my responsibility and what I need to. I want the equal rights as y'all. If not, I'm going to open my mouth. Never not. The police, judges, hey, I spent a lot of time, money, and lawyers and bonds and all this. Hey, I'm going to keep on fighting. And when I go, everybody know me, though, like, hey, that was a real guy. A lot of real guys, they's not here today. And they gone, and they not talked about. They just a memory,
And that's our fault.
a quote.
Because we idolize the wrong people, and we uphold the wrong people for the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to, like, Black history is what you're doing. How many black people never sued Norwood Police? You know? Has it been any?
I think I had one lady, I think she inboxed me. She told me about her son. Her son was 14 years old, like, and she said her son got beat up.
She sued on his behalf.
She was the only black person standing in Norwood, and they harassed her son for a minute to, like, she said, like, I think she stayed there for 2 years. She said, like, after the second year she stayed there, that's when the police said, officer, they beat me up. That's what you're talking about. It's like, yes, he slammed my son, and it's sad.
Same
like,
one.
Yes, and she got so distraught, like, she moved from Cincinnati, like, she stay out of town now. And she inboxed me going off, baby, get him. Like, he did my 14-year-old son like this. I hate him, though. And it's sad. Like, it's sad. That man ran that woman, like, she said, like, she wanted to stay around. She wanted to raise her kids.
Ran her out of town.
Ran her away. Like, because he jumped on her son for nothing. You know? Look, she ran. She ain't staying fighting
She ran probably because she ain't had nobody back her
ran
up.
for somebody that bleed like us.
She ain't had nobody back her up. Because nobody that looked like us came to back her up.
Nobody, no
help.
help.
She probably, I don't know her situation. She might have was a single female raising her son. She's scared to death her son gonna get gunned down anyway. She's scared to death her son gonna get gunned down anyway. And so she took the path of least resistance, probably because she didn't have no support. You know what I'm saying? What you was saying was powerful, and I say keep the females out of it for a while with your meetings, because black men need to strengthen up. You know what I mean?
I'm focused up on right now.
Black men need to strengthen up, because we need, as females, if we the ones, majority of people raising black males,
right?
We need black men to be strong. If this is a single parent household and I don't have no strong black male in the household, I need to have some strong black male for my son to look towards. Not somebody necessarily I'm just sleeping with, or not somebody that got no ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? School is out right now, so coaches, teachers, if that's who you was looking for, we got everything we need in our own community. We don't need to go outside for shit.
We really don't.
For nothing. Whether it's role models, financial, educational, political, legal, whatever it is, we have it. We just don't want to pull our resources together in the way that's necessary for us to do better. And as long as we see what y'all bourgeois Negroes don't understand, who feel like y'all, I don't care nothing about the shouldn't, whatever. You only gonna go as far as we go, dummy. You see what I'm saying? So as long as we're subservient, they only gonna let you go so far, sympathetic Negro. You only gonna go so far. Your ceiling is right there. You just don't see it because it's glass. You're supposed to see through. You're supposed to keep striving for it, but you can never get it. So until y'all realize that too, get off your little high horse. Get off your good job. Get off your somebody died and left you a couple dollars. Get off your you flipped your money from when you sold dope. Get off your whatever it is. You done flipped your baby mama's checks and stuff, and now you done came up. Get off of all of that. And realize you're only going to go as far as we collectively go. Period. So all that's down the drain. So we need to support people that's actually doing something. Ain't nothing wrong with going smoke, drink every now and then. That's what you want to do. Go shop, do something frivolous. That's what you want to do. But that frivolity, at this point, it really ain't even no room for it. Look where we at. Look where we at. I mean, damn. We all doing, but you got to be about something for real. Yeah. You got to be about something real out here. You can't just be partying and smoking and drinking and turning up or whatever the fuck.
Life goes so fast. People don't understand that.
Well, listen.
Real fast.
I thank you for coming to share your story and your experiences with our audience. I know that people have gotten a lot from it. I've gotten a lot from it. I always get a lot from hearing strong black men because sadly, the voices are not as loud as they should be. What I hear a lot of is, derogatory to women, derogatory to other black men, or just frivolity, just stuff that don't even mean nothing, ain't talking about nothing, ain't doing nothing. You talking about some jewelry, you talking about some teeth, you talking about some cars, you talking about that stuff when we okay. You can do that stuff when we kind of all right. You don't do that stuff in the midst of Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and George Floyd back to back to back. We ain't even talking about Mike Brown and all of them that came before them. We're not even talking about them. It's a time and a place. Do what you do. I mean, I ain't saying don't do it. Do what you do, but minimize that a little bit. Can you minimize that? Don't have your icon be Breonna Taylor, Justice for Breonna Taylor, but then your profile picture be your ass. That's totally different. Come on, sis. Come on. We got to do a little bit better. So I'm off my soapbox, my old lady soapbox for the night. This has been Valet Service on TNHSRadio. Is there anything else you want to say before we go? Like as far as any meetings coming up, if somebody want to hit you up, how can they contact you if they're interested and they really, really down for the cause and want to support?
Well, most of my people, they know me. They got my number personally. Like I said, I don't do all the social media and everything. Like I personally but my thing to people like this, we got to unify. Don't wait till you get a disaster in your life to really want to wake up. Like, no, wake up now. Like, before you get that disaster, then you can prevent that disaster from coming. Like, it's a disaster to me, though. Like I could have been George Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I've been woke, but I'm just saying, like, it's getting closer. And then with me going through this, it's a lot of pressure just from the police itself, though, like, because they know I'm going through this, so they really at me.
Oh, yeah. So you mark
You know,
now.
you're gonna go through this, but I'm strong. I'm gonna fight for it. Like, you know, just don't wait till a disaster occurs. Just wake up.
And you know what I was thinking about too? I was thinking about, dang, if it would have been a black spot open in Norwood selling the same thing KFC was selling, this whole situation might not ever even happen.
Oh, my lawyers and news people said.
Because we all, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
If it was us four right here and there was white guys, if it was us four at this counter, that would never happen. They said, I mean, white people said. So it's like, I'm not saying anything wrong. I have not done anything wrong, but we just need to wake up. Like, we just need to stand on our 2 feet, keep them planted to the ground. Like, don't fall for these people for nothing anymore, though. Like, it's, come on, all these years, and like, we need to just wake the fuck up. Like, seriously, like, unify. Like, stop worried about the wrong fucking thing. Like, you know?
Yep.
Come together. Like, let's help each other out. Let's build with each other, though. Like, you know, and we make it. Like, we'll be the perfect, like, I believe what I believe, and I believe this is our country. I believe we running this country. We just not doing it.
No, we're not. But I do believe more people are waking up, though.
I want them to.
In this, since the COVID shut down and people got all of their distractions moved out the way, when nobody watching no games, and when nobody graduating, when nobody on vacation, when nobody doing this, when everybody was at home, seeing exactly in real time, like, and people came out like, what in the fuck?
Right.
So, hopefully, a lot of those people that keep that same energy and don't do like we do and get short-sighted and get distracted by dumb stuff like Kanye running for president and Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in her foot and whatever else didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that got to do with Breonna Taylor and now we trying to fight for justice and now what we trying to fight for and now what we trying to do? That's back burner shit. That don't have that should never make front page news of nothing right now. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. So y'all done heard it. You got to be black strong. We have to unify in our small groups of like-minded people. Don't try to save the city. Don't try to save the world. Just get your small group together. Let each of those people get another small group of people together. And before you know it, you 1,000 strong. You 10,000 strong. You 100,000 strong of like-minded people. Like-minded people, not groupies, not hangers-on, not clout chasers, not shit talkers, not people just trying to be on the latest thing that's trending, hashtagging or whatever. Real people that's like, you know what, we got to do something different. I got to do something different because I want to lead this life and show what I was here for. Besides just inhaling and exhaling and taking up air. So this has been Valet Service on the Next Hot Single Radio. I'm your girl, Fast Pitch. Check us out. Download the app. Check us out on YouTube. You can check us out live streaming on the Next Hot Single Radio app. And you can always check me out on Facebook. Lightweight IG, because y'all don't really mess with me on IG, though. Y'all don't mess with me on IG. Y'all want me to go on IG? I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying, but, you know, y'all don't really mess with me on there. But I'm going to do my best. And we're going to sign out for tonight. Girl, Fast Pitch, I'm out.